Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Command Your Day. Hop on in the room. Hop on in the room. I hope that y'all are doing well. It's Friday. It is Friday. Good morning, Rose. How are you? Hello, M. Hayes. How are you? Hi, Joey. Welcome to the room. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. How are you? Happy Friday to you. Hey, Big Sal. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Shelly, how are you? Welcome to the room. Hello, Mandy. Good morning, Lady Lola. How are you? Good morning, Gladstone. Welcome to the room. I hope it's morning where you are at. It's morning where I'm at. It's morning. Yeah, 6:31 now a.m. Good morning, Mandy. How are you doing? Welcome to the room. All right, if you're new here, I'm Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor with a focus in productivity and mindset. Good morning, Life is Precious. How are you? Good morning, Liz. Yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Good morning, Aline. How are you? I am feeling good. Yes, indeed. I am feeling good. It's Friday. I have a very busy weekend, but I'm excited. Excited. Hey, Lilia, how are you? I saw that you tagged me. I didn't get a chance to look at the video yet, but I'll check it out after this. I'm doing well. Life is precious. I'm doing well. Big Sal, no. Why do you keep asking me that question? No. It's something very soft and comfy. That's it. That's a very weird question. A very weird question. But no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm in my home office space, so I don't need to do that. Big Sal. I know, Lilia. That's the second time asking me. I don't know what that's about, but no. No, Big Sal. Not at all. That's the other live up the street. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, Miss Gloria. But no, Big Sal, I'm not. And if you ask me tomorrow, my answer is still going to be no. If you ask me next week, my answer is still going to be no. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the room. Welcome to another Command Your Day. If you are new here, good morning, Chio. If you are new here, hit that follow button. We're continuing to grow. We've gotten the extension for another 90 days. So we have this platform up until September 17th. So let's make it count. Let's make it count. So Jesus sneakers. Yes, Jesus sneakers. I'll stick with that answer. I'll stick with that one. Good morning, Danny. So yes, we have up until September 17. I don't know what's going to happen after then, but let's make it count. Welcome if you're new here. Hit that follow button. You also want to be a part of my community, the Commanders community. So use the link in my bio to join the Commanders community. We are making the next 90 days count by gathering here, all right? Every day we're getting together, we're getting our mindset together, setting our intentions for the day so we can execute on these goals. You can absolutely change your life in the next, well, we said 75 days, right? But it's been extended to 90 days. That's the extension that we got. You can change and transform your life in 90 days. Whether you have a health goal, a money goal, right? A career goal. 90 days is a lot of time to totally transform and shift your life. I'm telling you that. If you get focused and you lock in, right? You gather with us here every morning, get your mindset together, set your intentions for the day. 90 days can totally revolutionize your life. What you haven't done in the last 10 years, in 90 days, you can do it. Financial goal, educational goal, health goal, you can absolutely do it. All right, so hit that follow button, set your notification, set your alarm, join us right here every morning, 6:30 a.m. Let's lock in and get these goals accomplished. Let's do it. Let's transform our lives in the next 90 days. All right, let's do that. Yes, we can do it. We can do it. We can absolutely do it. And bring a friend with you. If you know somebody that wants to change their life, they want to transform, but they don't have the direction that is necessary. They don't have the strategy. They haven't been exposed to certain things. Bring them along. Tell them to join us here and join the community. Not just a live stream, but join the community. All right. So you're going to tap my profile picture. You're going to see my bio. There's a link there, the very first link. If you tap that link, the first option on that link is going to say Commanders Community. I want you to drop your best email address there. Hit submit, and that's how you join the community. I send out valuable information to my mailing list. For those of you who are interested in doing the meetup with us in New York, we're still planning. We're still in the planning phase. That's how you're going to get the updates. So join my community. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? Join my community again by tapping my profile picture, using the very first link in the bio. Tap that link. The first option on that link says Commanders Community. It is free. Drop your best email address, hit submit, and that's how you join. All right, that's how you join. Now, let's get into our gratitude check-in. We're almost at 100. That was very fast. Thank y'all so much for double tapping the screen. Thank you for doing that. Let's do our gratitude check-in. Let's do that. Go ahead and drop in the comments 3 things that you're grateful for today. We do this exercise every day to help to keep us in a mindset of abundance. All right. So let me know, what are the 3 things that you're grateful for today? Doesn't have to be huge things, right? And even what you consider small, somebody else is praying for that. So what are the 3 things that you're grateful for today? Go ahead and drop that in the comments. Drop your 3 things that you're grateful for today. Again, we do this every day to keep us in a mindset of abundance. Good morning, A to Z Needs. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. Hi, Estelle. Family, life, and me. Awesome. Thank you for typing that. I appreciate that. Grateful for good health, life today, and a beautiful morning. Yes, indeed, Mandy. Yes, indeed. Grateful for coffee, fuzzy slippers. There's the answer, Big Sal. I've got a fuzzy slipper on. Comfortable bed. Yes, Lady Lola. That's the answer, Big Sal, that you were asking. Family. Awesome. I love it. Good morning, Fortitude. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you, and welcome if you're new here. Hit that follow button. Grateful for remaining teachable, and I'm grateful for my God-ordained life. I love it. I love it. Good morning, Phils. I want to stick with your last name because I don't want to mess up your first name. Good morning. Welcome to the room. Grateful for healing streams, transformation, and support. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for all the gifts. Hey, Joel, how are you? Good morning to you. So for those of you who are hopping in, we're 126 deep. Good morning to you. Welcome to the room. We're doing our gratitude check-in. So I want you to drop in the comments 3 things that you are grateful for today. We do this exercise to help to keep us in a mindset of abundance. We're not worried about what we lack, who's not here, what's not here. We're not focusing our energy or our attention there. We're being grateful for what we already have. Health, success in my business, awesome. Favor in all areas of my life. I love that. I love that. I love it. So you can go ahead and drop your 3 things that you're grateful for. Go ahead and drop them in the comments. Go ahead and drop them in the comments. Again, this exercise helps to keep us in the mindset of abundance. All right. Now, we've also made a promise to ourselves that we're going to make bold moves this year. So I want you to reiterate that promise. I want you to reiterate that promise by typing in the comments, I am making bold moves. I am making bold moves. Type that in the comments. So this is the year that we're going to write the book, start the business, launch the organization, go back to school. Good morning, Miss Melissa. How are you? So we're going to bring that solution to life. So yes, type in the comments, I am making bold moves this year. We're going to get it done. No more fear, no anxiety, no more discounting ourselves, no more worrying about what people will say, what people will do, because they're going to do and say no matter what. Hey, good morning, Jeffrey. How are you? So yes, we are making bold moves this year. We're going to get it done. We're not putting it back on the shelf for another 5 years. No, we're not doing that. We're going to get it done. Write the book, start the business, move to the new city, connect to the new individuals that we need to connect with, right? We're not discounting ourselves. We're not sitting in the corner any longer in our comfort zone. And this is the year that we step out on faith and do it. And learn and grow from it. All right. Yes, we're not going to discount ourselves any longer. None of that. No more. No more. When I was considering becoming an author, hey Troy, good morning. When I was considering writing my first book, I was like, but I have no experience in that. I didn't go to school to learn how to write. I didn't do any of that. Those were the things that I was saying to myself. But I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. Let me make a bold move. And I did the research, how to write my first book, how to publish my first book. I spent time, invested time and money, because I had to buy the books that I needed to figure out how to write a good book, right? And how to publish it. So I invested the time and the money, got rid of the fear, wrote my first book in a month, and published it. And that's what this award is for, my very first book. Wasn't perfect, but I put it out because it had value in it and it won an award. So stop discounting yourself. Stop saying, oh, my background, I don't have the connection. I don't. Stop saying that. Make the bold move. Even if it's imperfect, still make the move. And I kept those imperfections in my book because I knew that one day I would be able to show that, hey, this book is not perfect, but here's an award. I took a chance on myself. I bet on myself. I invested time and money, energy, and got it done. So stop discounting yourself and make that move. Good morning, Teeks. How are you? Stop discounting yourself. Stop being worried about what people will think about. Just do it. Make the bold move, okay? Make the bold move. You'll be better for it. You will absolutely be better for it. And for those of you who are new, we're 130 deep. Thank y'all for coming in the room. We're working from the Bold Moves Manual. So you want to get your copy of the Bold Moves Manual so that you can follow along with us here. So you can get the full strategy as we go through. Today we're on page 169 and 67. 169, 170. Getting my numbers mixed up. 169 and 170. That's what we will be on today. So grab your copy on Amazon to follow along with us. Utilize the strategies that's in this book. It's mindset coaching in a book. Because a lot of times it's not a skill deficit. Yes, Lilia. A lot of times it is not a skill deficit. It's the mental limitations why we haven't moved forward, why we haven't made the bold move yet. It's the mental limitations that we put on ourselves. So this is mindset coaching in a book. You already know how to do what you're supposed to do, but you're limiting yourself based on the thoughts that you have. So grab the Bold Moves Manual. Yes, I know. It's not a skills deficit. It's the mental limitation. So grab the Bold Moves Manual to reprogram your mind so you can actually do it. All right. Make the bold moves. You can get the paperback copy on Amazon, or you can download the e-version from the link in my bio. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for saying it's a great book. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's pray, and then we'll get into the rest of the agenda, because we know the time goes by so fast because we have so much fun on here. Welcome if you're new. Hit that follow button. Join my community. All right, let's pray the 23rd Psalm really quickly. For those of you who already have the manual, you know that you have the Bold Moves prayer within this book for you to be praying every day. All right, so you're praying to overcome fear and embrace boldness. The prayer is in the front of the book, so be sure that you are praying that prayer every day, because fear is always going to try to hold us back, but we're not allowing it to do that this year. Let's pray. I'm going to pray the 23rd Psalm for all of us. All right, so here we go. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil. Our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. Good morning, Global Chick Venture. How are you? Yes, surely, without a doubt, goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. Thank y'all so much for typing amen. Now, let's keep it moving. We're going to move right into our affirmations. Let's do that. Let's move into our affirmations again. The affirmations, you can find them. Hey, Doc, how are you? The affirmations are in the front of the Bold Moves manual, and you can utilize them on your own time as well. You can utilize them before you go to bed, help to reprogram your mind. So I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. All right, so here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. So these are the affirmations that we use every day to position our mindset so we can take the day on with a positive outlook. Thank you all for typing I agree. Thank you. A saying, cover gets judged. What are you? Some people are incognito. Okay. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Thank y'all for typing I agree. Thank you for typing I agree. All right, so let's keep it moving. So quick announcements. Remember to join my community, the Commanders community. You want to join to stay up to date on what is going on in the community and to get some valuable information from me as well. So you're going to tap my profile picture. There's a link that's in my bio. Tap the very first link The first option on that says Commanders Community. I need you to drop your best email address there, hit submit, and that is how you join. All right. Grab your copy of the Bold Moves Manual so you can follow along with us. We're going to make the next 90 days count. All right. We're going to execute. We're going to get things done. All right. We're going to get into alignment. Yes, we will. So grab your copy of the Bold Moves Manual. You can get the paperback version on Amazon, or you can download the e-version from the link in my bio. All right. I will be hosting a live mentorship session on June 28th. I would love for you to be a part of that. So send me a DM if you want to be in the room. DM me the word mentorship if you want to be in the room. All right. Send me a DM if you want to work with me, you want to be a part of that live mentorship session, and I will help you to get enrolled to secure your seat. All right. If you have any questions about working with me, send me a DM. My DMs are open and I'll be sure to answer. All right. All right. So here we go. The word of the day is equilibrium. Equilibrium. This is not a word that you hear every day, but is so important to your growth and to success. So we are on page 169 and page 170. 169 and 170 in the Bold Moves Manual. Again, this is not a word that you hear every day, but it is very vital to your progress, to your growth, to a successful and fulfilled life. Yes, it's a powerful word. Yes, it is. It is. Equilibrium. Yes. Equilibrium is the word of the day. It is a very powerful word. Thank y'all for typing that. It is a very powerful word as it pertains to your life success. And not just career, but family, health, finance, right? It is very important. Yes, yes, indeed. So the definition that I went with is a state of stability where opposing forces are balanced. And I would dare to say not just balance, but in alignment, right? In alignment. When your life is in harmony, success flows effortlessly. Yes, it does. You execute, you get to those goals, you fulfill your role in whatever area of your life. Success just flows effortlessly when your life is in harmony, that is. When there's balance, when there's alignment, right? When there is alignment, when there's harmony, when there is balance, success flows effortlessly. So the word equilibrium speaks to stability, alignment, and living in harmony. In life, we juggle many roles. Many roles. We wear a lot of hats. Good morning, Miss Arena. How are you? We wear many hats, right? So the roles could be in career, in family, personal growth, faith, your relationships, right? We play a lot of roles. When one area dominates another, or another area is neglected, we feel overwhelmed, exhausted, or out of sync, right? Just out of sync, like things not flowing the way they're supposed to. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I am doing well. But when we create equilibrium, we function at our best. Yes, we do. So today I want to help you to get a better understanding of equilibrium, identifying areas where you're off balance a little so that we can realign it, right? Identifying areas where we could fix, we could adjust, and take practical steps to realign our lives for greater peace and success. So equilibrium isn't doing everything equally, because there's just no way we can do that. There's no way we can say, okay, here's 100% of our lives. Let's break it up into 25 here, 25 there, 25. We can't, right? So there's no way of doing everything equally. It's about making sure the most important areas of our life, they're in harmony, right? Making sure that the most important areas of our lives, those areas are in harmony. So here are the 3 types of equilibrium we must strive for. The 3 types: inner equilibrium, outer equilibrium, and spiritual equilibrium. All right, let's break them down. Let's break them down. Again, if you want the full strategy on equilibrium, grab the book. It's worth the investment. I promise you it is. It is worth the lunch money that you'll pay to get it. It's absolutely worth it. All right, so get your copy on Amazon, the Bold Moves Manual, so you can get the full strategy for equilibrium. All right, so the title of the book is The Bold Moves Manual. That's the title of the book for the person that asked. Or you could type my name in on Amazon, Anika V. Brown, and it will pop up. You can't miss it. You can't miss this cover. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. All right. Awesome. So you can get your copy on Amazon. It's available on Amazon. All right. So inner equilibrium, that's mental and emotional stability. These are so important. So important. All right. So inner equilibrium is mental and emotional stability. Are your thoughts and your emotions working for you or against you? Do you find that you're just jumping off every time that you're triggered? Do you find that you have thoughts just rolling over in your head, going 100 miles an hour, overthinking? We got to bring some balance to that. We got to bring some balance to that. And I'm going to bring a new service later in the year. I just did a course with Harvard University on resilience and anxiety management, right? So I will be releasing something along the ways to help you to sort out that anxiety and thoughts just turning over in your head a lot and you can't focus, right? I will be bringing something later in the year that will really help you if that is your struggle. All right. So inner equilibrium is mental and emotional stability. Are your thoughts and your emotions working for you or against you? You got to do an assessment. All right. If you find that, okay, there's an interaction, whether between you and a coworker or you and a family member, and you walk away and you're like, man, why did I just do that? Why did I just respond that way? That was so unproductive. That was so negative. You don't have control over your emotions, and you got to work on that. For you to get to your next level, right? To go higher, to accomplish the major things, you got to work on your emotions. All right? There's some emotional work that needs to be done there. If you're just responding, just going off, at the drop of a dime, you're just going off. You got to work on your emotions. All right. So, do you feel peace or do you feel constantly overwhelmed? We got to manage that. These are areas that needs to be adjusted. So that's inner equilibrium, mental and emotional stability. The second, outer equilibrium. So balancing your responsibilities and your priorities, like your family, your career, relationships, your health, right? Your personal time. Are they in sync or are they just all over the place? They're just all over the place. There's no balance. You got to do an assessment. Are you overcommitting in one area while neglecting another area? I've done that in the past, right? I have done that, but now I'm in a space where I'm being intentional about equilibrium in every area of my life. So you got to think about, are you overcommitting in one area while neglecting another? Try to make some time to write out these areas of your life and see where most of your time is going. Am I putting in 95% here and 5% there? We got to adjust that. All right. That is going to help you to bring some balance into play. And then there's spiritual equilibrium. And I told you all before that success is nothing if there's no spiritual aspect to it. Nothing. If there's no spiritual aspect to your success, it means nothing. So you're evaluating in this section, you're evaluating alignment with purpose and with faith in this area. So again, the three main areas that the three types of equilibrium that you want to bring into play is inner equilibrium. So that's mental and emotional stability. Outer equilibrium, so that's balancing your responsibilities and your priorities. Then spiritual equilibrium. And again, for those of you who are coming in, grab the Bold Moves manual so you can follow along with us. You can get this book on Amazon, all right? You can get your copy on Amazon or download the e-version from the link in my bio. So let's talk about spiritual equilibrium really quickly. Let's talk about that. Are you spiritually grounded, or do you feel disconnected from God and your higher purpose? So that's a question that you're going to be pondering today when it comes to spiritual equilibrium. Are you spiritually grounded? Like, do you know without a shadow of a doubt who you believe in, why you believe in this person, or what it is that you believe in? Do you know why? Are you connected to God? Are you connected to your higher purpose, why you were created, the thing that you were created to do? Do you fully understand that? And are you grounded in it? That somebody can come and they can talk crazy about you, but you stay firm, you stay solid in who you believe and what you were created to do. Are you that grounded? All right, so this is the spiritual equilibrium here. All right, I know this is heavy stuff. I know I teach heavy stuff, but if you want next level, if you want your life to change and transform, I can't just give you the candy that everybody else is teaching. I can't just give you the surface level stuff, right? If you want to experience true growth and true transformation, I can't just give you light stuff, right? I can't just give you that. I got to give you the deep work because it's necessary. And that is what has helped me. So I want to help you too. All right. So I know it's heavy, but if you do the work, I promise you that your life is going to change. All right. Another question that you're asking yourself: does your action align with your core values? Does your action align with your core values? I talk a lot about my value as it pertains to education. So yes, I'm going to sign up for this class. Yes, I'm going to take this course because I value education. I know how it can help me. I know how it can help my family and the generations behind me. So I value education. So yes, I'm going to read all the time. So my action will align with my core value as it pertains to education, right? Just wanted to say that this hard stuff comes in handy in my current training. Awesome. I love that. I love that. All right. So you're going to ask yourself, does my action align with my core values? Does it align? All right. So these are things to evaluate for spiritual equilibrium. You really want to assess and address these areas so it doesn't come back to bite you. Because anything that you ignore, any problem, any deficit in your life that you ignore, it is going to come back to bite you. And it's going to come at a time when you don't want it to happen, right? So this anger issue that you didn't resolve, you didn't address, one day the boss says something to you and you just go off because you never adjust or address the anger issue that you know you have. What you're feeling has nothing to do with your boss, but your boss said something to you that triggered you and you just went off because your inner equilibrium is off. And now the boss was going to recommend you for a promotion and you just lost it because you went off. You didn't address the anger issue that you had, and now it came back and it bit you. So you have to assess and address these deficits that you have so you can bring equilibrium in your life. And if you're new here, I'm not talking at you. I'm talking because I have been there. All right? I'm sharing because I have been there. Good morning, Jesus is my rock. How are you? Thank you so much for the gift. All right. I'm sharing this with you because I have been there. If you're new to me, I do not talk down to people. I share based on my experience and my growth. So I'm not talking down to you. I'm trying to help you. So you gotta assess and address the areas that there are deficits or that you know needs to be improved because you don't want it coming back to hurt you. Another example is if you're putting 95% of your time and energy into your career and only 5% in your family, that will definitely come back to bite you. It will. that will come back to bite you. If you're putting 95% of your time, your energy on career or building whatever it is that you're building, and only 5% on your family, that for sure will come back to bite you. So you want to assess, bring some balance, right? Bring in equilibrium into play. All right? And again, I'm not talking down at you. I'm trying to help you. All right, so do an assessment. It's tough. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. And here's the thing with this example that I gave you, as it pertains to building or a career or putting time and energy into what it is that you want to create. There are times, and I'll say this, there are times when for a season you really have to go hard for maybe the business that you're building because you know it's going to help the entire family. And all it takes is communication. Hey, have like a family meeting, kids, spouse, whomever. You know what? I want to start this business and it's really going to take a lot of time and energy, right? So I'm really going to have to put some extra hours into getting this business up and running, or I have to put in some extra time and attention into my schooling because if I get this degree, it is going to increase my income and that will make it better for all of us. Communication, right? That is important. So you can sit your family down and talk with them and say, hey, here's where we're at. This is what I'm trying to do for the family. So it's going to require some extra time, some extra attention for school or building the business, but it's going to benefit all of us in the long run, right? Just communicate that. But if you just do what you're doing and you just spend a whole day building the business, no time for family, no communication, that will hurt you. It will come back to bite you. It will. All right. So we want to bring some balance. We want to bring equilibrium into all the pertinent areas of our lives. All right. We want to do that. Great point. Communicating expectation to the family gets everyone in sync. Yes. Yes. So we want to bring some balance to all areas of our lives. And again, just communicate. Hey, I'm starting this business. I know it's really going to help us to go to the next level. So give me some time so that I can put in extra time and extra attention on building this business. Because one day you're going to inherit this business, right? One day it's really going to help us to do the vacations that we want to do, help you to go to college, right? So communicate. Right? Sometimes my daughter will ask about something or ask about time for something. I'll say, hey, I got to do this for my business right now. But then we try to make it up on the back end, right? I got to get in this meeting. I have to teach this class, right? Is there another day, another time that we can do it? So it's about communicating. All right, communicating. Yes, we all want to win. We're going after some big goals this year. We're trying to accomplish some major things, but we don't want to do it at the expense of the things and the people that really matter to us, right? So this is why equilibrium is so important. Bringing balance, working in alignment, right? Making sure that there is harmony in what it is that we're doing. So I hope that you can see how important this word is. Not used all the time. Equilibrium is not something that you hear all the time, but it is very important to your growth, to your overall success in every area of your life, and bring in balance so that your life can flow the way it's supposed to flow. All right. I just went off. None of that was in the notes, but I hope it helped you. All right, so let me hit some bullet points. For those of you who are just coming in, grab the book so you can follow along with us and get the full strategy, because I may not be able to get through all of the notes. So I don't want you to miss a step. Get the book so you can follow along. The Bold Moves Manual, get it on Amazon. All right, today we're on page 169 and 170. That's what we're talking about, equilibrium. That's on page 169 and 170 if you want the full strategy. So get the book on Amazon, all right? The Bold Moves Manual. That's what I'm working from. So what you hear me talking about, everything is in here. The full strategy is in here. So get your copy, join us here, follow along with us, and let's make our lives better. Let's make bold moves and make our lives better. All right. So let me hit some bullet points now because I'm over my time. Let me hit some bullet points. So here's some things that throws off equilibrium. If you're wondering, okay, how do we get so far off balance? What is happening while we're so far off balance? Here are some things that throws it off. Hey, Katrina, how are you? Good morning. All right, some things that throws off equilibrium. One, overcommitment and busyness. All right, you're doing too much but feeling less fulfilled. So you're overcommitting, saying yes to everything and neglecting what truly matters to you and your life. And only you can adjust that. All right, only you can figure out, what am I saying yes to that really doesn't matter? I don't need to say yes to that thing. And yearly evaluation is so important. Now, this is not in my notes, but let me help y'all. Yearly evaluation is so important because things that used to matter last year or 2 years ago may not matter right now. We may just be saying yes to it just out of routine, just out of pattern, that's just something that I've always done. But does it really matter this year? Considering the goals that you want to accomplish, considering the things that you want to do for your family, does those things, do they really matter this year? So annual evaluation is so important, so important. Sit down, take an account of all the things that you're doing, all the things that you're a part of. Do they really matter today based on where you're trying to go? The things that you're saying yes to and you're signing up for and you're being present for, do they really matter today? 2025, do they matter? Because you're saying yes because for the past 5 years, I've been doing this. I've been saying yes. I've been going there. I've been showing up for the past 5 years. But does that really matter today? Hi, Louise. How are you? Does it matter today based on where you're trying to go? Do you really need to be there? Because that's busyness and overcommitment. And you find that you're still not fulfilled, still not getting answer to some questions that you've been pondering for a very long time. Still not getting answers to that. You haven't moved to the next level that you want to go. Does it really matter here and now? Yes, time to reevaluate. Yes, indeed. So you got to sit down and evaluate all the things that you're a part of, all the people that you're connected to, all the activities that you religiously do. Do they matter here and now based on where you're trying to go? Are you overcommitting to things that no longer matter to you? Doesn't matter to your goal. It's not essential for where you're going. So only you can address those things. So you got to reevaluate as funding homes. As you said, time to reevaluate. That's important. Every year you got to sit down. Okay, what am I doing with my money? Are all these things essential? Can I cut out some of this? Can I do away with some of these subscription that I've had now for 5-10 years that really isn't helping me? So that's one area. In my family, where am I going? Who am I showing up for? Is this weekend hangout and drinking really important to my next level? Is it? I know we've been doing it for 5 years now. Every weekend we gather here and we drink and we talk. Is it important? No, is it? Based on where you're trying to go. So you got to sit down, evaluate. And again, that is a personal thing. Only you can figure it out and adjust it based on where you're trying to go and the goals that you're trying to accomplish. All right. And some of these things, you may just need to pause them for now until you accomplish the goal that you're going after, and then you can resume them. Right. So it doesn't have to be a total wipeout, washout, don't ever do it anymore. It doesn't have to be that case. Some of these things, you just may need to put them on pause for a little bit. I'm going to pause this so I can make time to get the certification. I'm going to pause this so that I can go to school or do whatever task that is required for you to get to your next level. I'm going to pause this so I can save more money, right? Because I want to purchase this home. I'm going to pause this activity so I can save more money. Or I'm going to pause this activity so I can make time to go to the gym because I really want to get my health together. So it may not be a total washout, a total disconnect, just for the moment, just for this time, as we're going after some big goals and making some bold moves. I'm going to pause this activity. I'm going to pause this, whatever I'm showing up to, this commitment, so that I can work on what is important to get me to my next level. Once I've accomplished that, then we can resume. We can pick back up. All right? I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. All right, so grab the manual so you can get the full strategy on equilibrium, okay? You can get it on Amazon. All right, what's the next thing? So now I'm just going to hit the bullet points. So what I don't go over, it will be here. It will be in the Bold Moves manual, all right? So you can get the full strategy. Again, what I'm going over is on page 169 and 170. Get your copy on Amazon or download the e-version from the link in my bio. All right, so another thing that throws off equilibrium is neglecting yourself. You pour into others but leave nothing for yourself. That is self-explanatory. I don't need to go through the rest of the stuff for that. Stop neglecting yourself. You're welcome. Thank you so much for showing up. All right. Another disruptor of equilibrium is living out of alignment. Do not chase success and ignore your values and your well-being. We're not compromising for success. No. If it can't come the right way, we don't want that. We'll wait for the next door. If we have to come to compromise to get into that door, no, we're not doing that. We're not ignoring our values and our well-being for success. We'll wait on the next door. All right? We'll wait on the next door. So you don't want to live out of alignment. All right, let me skip through some of this because I'm way over my time. Again, grab a copy of the book so you can get the full strategy. All right? So here's how we're going to restore equilibrium. Again, I'm just hitting the bullet points. So if you want the full notes, grab the book so you can get the full outline of what it is that I'm talking about. All right? So here's how we're going to restore equilibrium. Number one, prioritize what truly matters to you. Yes, integrity is important. Very important. Very important. The full notes are so good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so get your copy if you don't have it yet. Get your copy of the Bold Moves manual on Amazon or on the link in my bio. All right, so number one, you're going to prioritize what truly matters to you. What are the top 3 things that brings you fulfillment? Write that out and work through that. Next, you're going to set boundaries and protect your peace. Talking about balance, harmony, alignment. Set boundaries. That's a very hard thing for a lot of people to do, but I have a whole lesson on how to set boundaries inside of my mentorship program. So if you lack boundaries in your life and you can tell because there's no peace, there is absolutely no peace. People take advantage of you because you don't have any boundaries, right? They take advantage of your stuff because there's no boundaries. So if you want to learn how to set boundaries and protect your peace, I have a whole lesson on that in the Action Accelerator. So get enrolled. Again, if you struggle with setting boundaries. Today I release anything that throws me out of alignment. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So if you want to learn how to set boundaries so that you can bring balance and equilibrium and harmony in your life, enroll in the Action Accelerator. I have a whole lesson on how to set boundaries. And it's not that you're going to argue with anybody. We're not arguing with anyone. We're implementing our boundaries and we're standing on them. All right? We're standing on them. This is what I desire. This is how you're going to respect me, respect my decisions, right? It doesn't have to be a big blow up. So if you struggle with setting boundaries, send me a DM. I'll get you set up and help you get enrolled in the Action Accelerator so you can learn how to set boundaries to protect your peace. All right. Next thing, I'm just skipping through to the bullet points. So again, if you want the full notes, you've got to get the book. Get the book. Please don't request to join the live. I don't do co-host. All right. I don't do co-host. I can't even pronounce your name. All right. The next disruptor. Well, not a disruptor, but how you're going to restore equilibrium. Here's how you're going to restore equilibrium. Create daily rhythm and stability. So small intentional habits that create a life of balance. Create daily rhythms for stability. Small intentional habits that creates a life of balance. So like you getting up here and joining us every morning, that's intentional. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. I appreciate that. That is intentional, and it creates balance and focus for those of you who are trying to get to your next level. Joining our community, gathering with us here every morning, getting the information and the strategy that you need, and then you implement them. So that is a daily rhythm that brings stability into your life. So these are things that you want to do to restore equilibrium in your life. All right. Let me skip through some of this. Ooh, the time has gone. All right, so I'll say this. Be intentional about bringing more equilibrium into your life, whether it's setting boundaries, prioritizing rest, or aligning your time with your values. Just start. Start somewhere. Thank you. I will get the book. Have a blessed day. You're very welcome, Doc. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. I appreciate it. The book is available on Amazon. All right. So equilibrium is the word of the day. Again, if you want the full strategy, get the book, because I had to just hit the bullet points because I'm way over my time here. Get the book so you can get the full strategy. This is absolutely going to help to shift some things in your life. So grab the book. It's available on Amazon or the link in my bio. The link in my bio as well. All right. Awesome. So let's set our intentions for today. Think about that goal that you're working on. And what are 3 things that you can do today to get you 3 steps closer to that goal becoming a reality in your life? Get that done today. Get them done. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. We practiced a 3-step method here so that you're not overwhelmed, right? So you're not overwhelmed. If you need my help with your goals that you're trying to go after, you need to get clear on where you're going and how you're going to get there. You need strategies. You need tools. You need tools, right? You need my eyes on your goals. Get enrolled in the Action Accelerator. The link is in my bio for that, or send me a DM and I can help you to get enrolled. The Action Accelerator is my mentorship program. Extremely valuable, right? I promise you that your life is going to change. You go through this program. All right. So if you want to work with me, send me a DM and let's get you enrolled so you can accomplish these major life goals that you have. All right. So let's make some decrees really quickly and then I've got to go. All right. So I'm going to decree for all of us and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. All right, so here we go. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success, with prosperity, and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great value is coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life. Yes, we are. That is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for the day, and we know that anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. Thank you all so much for typing I agree. I appreciate that. So I want you to take the day on with faith and expectancy. Yes, it is so. Expect good things. Expect answered prayers. Thank you so much, Miss Gloria. Expect promotion and increase, because again, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So send me a DM if you know that you need a mentor in the season, you want to work with me, you want to join my community. Send me a DM and I'll help you to get enrolled. For all those who are already in my mentorship program, if you are on Facebook, be sure that you're a part of the group. So we're doing all the plans for New York City meetup in that group. All right. I'm going to put my idea, another idea that I came up with yesterday. I'm going to put that in the group today so that you all can help me get this out. All right. Awesome. Thank you. You have a blessed day as well. So remember, the word of the day is equilibrium. Thank you. I appreciate it. The word of the day is equilibrium. So I'll be back tomorrow for Revisit Saturday. Set your alarms. I will be on. All right. Have a great day. Bye for now.